1st, 2021. It's about 30 degrees. All right, we're going to do the Permian Reef Trail. That way is Mckittrick Canyon. And over here is the Permian Reef Trail, and it's going to go up that ridge right there. Crossing this dry creek. Just drove in this morning. I'm going to be here for the day. Not going to get to do an overnight, so I wanted to come do a trail I've never done before. This is there are 4 trails here in the Guadalupes I haven't completed. And so after today, hopefully I'll just have 3 more to do. And try to finish them all this year. I guess that'll be my New Year's resolution this year, to finish the last few trails here I haven't done. It's about 9 o'clock when I started. 9 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock here Mountain Time. I gotta tell you, getting here was a lot of fun. There was a lot of road construction, and then due to the big storm, all the orange barrels were blown into the middle of the road. So for a little ways there, it was like a slalom course, dodging all the orange barrels. But we made it. Now we're starting this Permian Geology Reef Trail. It's about 4 miles to the campsites. There's a campground up here. And then from there, it's about another 1/4 mile to the Texas-New Mexico border and the edge of the national park. So I plan on going over there. It's about 4.5 miles total each way. But going, there's also a little loop trail I plan on taking on the way up. All right, I got to the first trail junction. So I'm going to do this Geology Loop now. And it runs back into the Reef Trail up there somewhere. I don't think it's far. I don't know how long this loop is, a half mile or mile. And it runs back in up here, probably in a half mile or a mile. It's warm enough, so I've had to take my coat off. But it's still just a little chilly. Still looks like it's going to be a great day. I'm still on the little loop extra section. Some neat rock formations up here. Headed out to around this point. Some pretty good views out there. I think if you look, you probably won't see it on camera, but I think I can see the Davis Mountains out there. It's pretty clear. It's kind of unusual. I don't know if you can see this. There's a building right there. And Wallace Pratt used to own Mckittrick Canyon and a lot of the land around here, donated it to for the national park, and he built the cabin up in Mckittrick Canyon called Pratt Cabin that's everyone's seen, and it's really cool. It's made out of rock. But he also built a house out there on the flats, and he built that house to look like a ship, and it's called the Ship on the Desert, and I believe that's it. I've never been to it. The Park Service just doesn't let you back there for whatever reasons. I've never seen them have tours of it, which I wish they would, but that's it. And this is the first time I've ever seen it. Well, I'm coming back up on the trail junction, running back into the Reef Trail off of this loop. So that little loop wasn't very long. It's probably less than half a mile. So we're back on the Reef Trail and headed up. Pretty cool walking between these rocks. So this is an interpretive trail. And there's these little number plaques all along the way. And you used to could get a pamphlet down in the visitor center and it corresponded to each of these numbers and gave you information on the plants or rocks or history, but I looked and they didn't have any. So if you ask the ranger, they'll probably give you one, but there wasn't a ranger there when I was there. So I don't know what they're saying. This is a pretty neat little section of the trail. It is rocky and steep. That's looking up Mckittrick Canyon. And you can see the trail down there as it makes its way up. Crosses the creek there. And it crosses it several more times, but there's a little bit of water there. We're making our way up. We're eventually going to be up on that rim, walking along the edge, I believe. Maybe a third of the way up. Getting up close to the base of the cliffs there. I think the trail's going to double back and go over this ridge right here. see the trail going out over on that one too. Quite a bit of snow on the trail here. Still climbing up to the ridge. Parking lot down there. That's that saddle I came over about 30 minutes ago. You can see the trail switch back in over there and a long traverse up here. It's turning back up this way and headed up towards the top. But I can't see where it goes out. But just that much further to go till it tops out, I hope. It's like that one little rock's holding it up. Looks like the trail's gonna follow this ridge right here for a little ways. I'm assuming it's gonna go right there and switch back to the right and peek out right up here. But we'll fix it by now. At least we're finally getting on top of this. This is a really neat area back here. Looks a lot like the bowl on the other side. It's a snow and lots of footprints in the snow. It's like a bird. I've seen some deer tracks and probably raccoon tracks. Made it to the Wilderness Ridge campsite. It's right there. Assuming there's only one site here. But I'm gonna run up this way it's 3/10 of a mile to the edge of the park and the border with Texas and New Mexico. I'm gonna run up there and get to it. Small madrone. These are just a really neat tree. Smooth red bark. Alright, right up here is the fence. That's the boundary for the national park. And also the border between Texas and New Mexico. Alright, so now we're in New Mexico. See the fence running down that way, and back that way is Mckittrick Canyon. And back to the national park. Now I'm going to head back. I don't know how much filming I'm going to do on the way down. I'm going to stop up here and eat, and then hightail it back down to the parking lot. I'm going to sit here on the edge of the rim and have a little lunch, some ramen noodles, and enjoy the view. See some more water back up in there, in the little creek. That little hole right there, that's kind of neat looking. Trees down in it. Some of them still have a little color in them. Not a bad way to start the new year. Just hope it's better than last year. Back to that cool rock, leaning over the trail. I mean, it's will be a good shady spot in the summer. Almost back to the desert floor. And over there's the visitor center. Yeah, I figure 20 minutes or less. Back to the top of the loop trail that I did this morning, going off that way. So we're not going to do that. So it's going to be a part of the trail I hadn't been on, but shouldn't be very long. Flat rocks almost make a little sidewalk. And now we're back to the bottom of the loop. We just came down from way up there. And right down there is the visitor center. Alright, we are back to the visitor center. We'll get to the car and be about 3 hours back to the house. It's 3:30. So 6 hours, 6.5 hours to do this today. I forgot to register this morning, so I don't have to sign out.